Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Next Level. I'm your host, Karmas, and I do this intro because I sound crazy. With me, as always, is the lovely and talented co-host, Clairxi, also known as Elise. How are you today?
Oh, how nice of you. That was such a great intro. I'm doing wonderful. How about you, Carm?
I'm doing great. We wanted to do this lovely podcast in order to just kind of get everybody a way to look at the game at a different level, if you will. So I'm pretty excited about this. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while. You kind of pushed me and gave me that kick in the rear end that I needed to really get this going. So I think this is going to be a good thing. I think we're going to have fun with this. But yeah, kind of give us a kickoff on the podcast, if you will.
Hey. Yep, we're going to talk about things like Final Fantasy XI events like Dynamis or Ambuscade, Omen, all the fun new stuff that everybody's doing. But we're also going to talk about like the monthly updates, which is going to be our first episode. So if you guys haven't checked it out, go ahead and hop on over to our first episode of this podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we want to talk about different jobs. We want to talk about different ways to look at the game, different content. I guess, like I said, taking it to that next level, taking it to a different level of understanding, not so much on the holy crap, I understand everything about all the ratios and the formats of this game, but actually understanding what you as a person can do for each composition that your group runs. But first off, let's get to know our hosts. Claire, how long have you been playing this game?
Goodness, I've been playing this game since early April of 2008. So it's been a long time, but I don't consider myself a veteran because I have, that was right when Wings of the Goddess was brand new. So I've kind of hit towards the end of the early 75 days. But you know what? I still love this game so much, and I'm so happy to talk about it with you. How about you, Carm? How long have you been playing?
Well, let's see. It was probably 2005 when I started playing, and I've always been on Asura. I've always just loved this game because of all the different things you can really do in it. It's not just a straightforward, here's your best in slot gear, here's what you can do, go run up and follow a rotation and see how much damage you can pump out before you hate your life. Uh, Final Fantasy XI has always given you that sense of accomplishment because you get in what you put out of this game. It's not just show up for an hour and you'll get 5 hours worth of content in that 1 hour. You really get back what you put in. So that's kind of why I wanted to keep playing this game and why I've played for so long. I've taken breaks, I've taken hiatuses, but at the end of the day, I just really enjoy playing this game and all the different things you can do with it.
Oh,
Um, Go ahead.
I was going to agree with you on the difficulty of this game. That's why I like coming back to it, but also just the gear swapping mechanic in this game as well too, because there's so many different sets that you can come up with to enhance your different jobs. And that's what's so unique about this game, because most games have best in slot combos. They don't have this intricate gear swapping mechanic that can enhance each ability. And it's just so great to be able to have that freedom with each of the jobs and really strive to find those items that can enhance each ability.
Yeah, I mean, as a person who has played WoW, who has played Final Fantasy 14, who has jumped around to all these other games when I have taken my breaks and looked to see if there was more in these other games than what I'm getting out of Final Fantasy 11, it's you get to that point where you're like, okay, I just have to choose one area where I'm good at, and that's what I'm going to be good at for the rest of my time. Or like, there just isn't as much customization with this game. You can change even mid-fight what you're specializing in. Like, my favorite job is Paladin, and I can change if I need to be taking less magic damage. I can change if everything's hitting me from the front and I need to shield block. I can change if I'm not in any danger and I need to do more damage. Like, I can change all this mid-fight and make all these adjustments based on what's happening. And I don't think it really, a lot of the other games truly allow for that.
For sure. Like one of my favorite jobs I like to play is Corsair, and they have also that unique ability where they can switch from a up in your face DD type job to a ranged class and be as far away as possible, which is so nice in certain aspects of this game too, where there's so much AoE or area of effect damage going on near the monster that you want your damage dealers to be sitting in the back and not taking that damage. But I also like the fact that I can buff not only myself, but I can buff other people in my party as well too with my rolls. While I may not be the greatest person at rolling, Carm can vouch for that. It is still fun to play.
Yeah, I mean,
Go
as
ahead.
far as everything goes, like, with just all the different combinations and all the different things you can do, it's just a really exciting time. And that's kind of what I want to focus on this podcast with, I guess, taking it to the next level, is just understanding what your job can do and understanding how you can adapt and change each situation to really understand what you're getting out of it, how it affects the rest of the people in your group. If you're even a dancer, like, a dancer can change everything they do to be even a high damage dealer, they can be a debuffer, they can be a pseudo healer, they can be a pseudo tank. Like, they can just do every different thing to help their group if something happens. And how you adapt to change in a fight in Final Fantasy XI is how you succeed, I believe.
Agree. And I'm excited to share that with everybody here in regards to our podcast. So we hope you guys continue listening to us. So that way we can go on our rants and tangents about all these different mechanics, jobs, and events and just enjoy this game. I mean, it's coming up on its 20th anniversary here on May 12th. I'm so excited. So hopefully we get to enjoy this experience with all of you. Just sit back and enjoy the podcast.
20 years. What a crazy thought to think that this game has existed for 20 years and they're still doing monthly updates and they're still adding new content and still new challenges. Like, our gear is still updating all the time now. I don't think there's too many people in this game that have, like, fully augmented out V25 gear or R25 gear from Odyssey and all this stuff. Like, everybody's still working on that climb. Everybody's still working towards something. And to think about a game that's been around for 20 years that still challenges us, that still makes us think on a different level of how to attack and tackle this content. It's insane to really think about. I mean, you think about any other game that's lasted 20 years. How many games are there that really challenge you on that level?
For sure. It is definitely a crazy experience, and I'm along for the ride and so excited for it. If the server shut down, then I'll probably stop playing. Or, well, I have to stop playing, but like I wouldn't look for a replacement for it because it just is so unique, like we were talking about earlier. So I'm really excited to see it continue and thrive, hopefully even past the 20-year mark and maybe into 25 or 30, and we just keep going and it'll be fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've taken my hiatuses, I've taken my breaks from the game, I've gone to different avenues, played MOBAs, played shooters, played all kinds of different things, and just the in-depth understanding and thought process that you can really put into this game is just what keeps bringing me back. It's just so unique in that way. And of course, there's also the awesome point where you can meet new people that it can, I guess, change the way you look at things. I mean, I've known you and Murr for a very, very long time. Two of my best friends in the world I met on this as well as you guys. So it, the MMO world has been really, really great to me.
Yeah, and I've been streaming this game for 2 years. I technically am on a break from streaming because I've been working on a crafting shield, which we'll talk about in another episode. But I met so many people even while streaming, and just the community of this game is wonderful. I mean, there are, some bad apples, but that's with any game that you play. But the overall community is all willing to help out and figure out the content as well too, which is so great. Like you can go on to either the official forums or FinalFantasyAuctionHouse.com, and you can see all the community trying to work together to figure out ambuscade, their jobs, all different aspects of this game, and it's great to see.
Yeah, there are so many resources out there. I mean, even if you look online right now in Asura, there's 3,052 people in all known areas currently for me. I mean, yeah, unfortunately, probably half of them are botted players, but at the same time, there's still all this community trying to learn and advance and do all these different things. I mean, you just look at all the people that have updated BG Wiki, posting on Reddit, posting on the forums, stuff like that. There's still all these people trying to figure out and master a 20-year-old game. It's kind of mind-blowing at times.
Sure. I'm super excited though. Are you excited, Karm, for the 20th anniversary?
I am. I'd like to see what new things they come out with. I don't want to get too hype on the Empyrean plus 3 because I don't want it to break what I think the like job specific armor really is, and that's filler pieces, that's stuff that is useful in certain situations. I don't want it to come out and be like this end all be all gear, and I don't think it will be like some people have prophesized, but the Imperium Plus 3 is an exciting thing that's coming. They have all kinds of different things that are even theory crafted as coming, so it could be a really exciting time.
Sure. But let's end this here, and we'll hopefully be able to talk to you guys all about different aspects of this game in our further episodes. So please join us either here on Podbean, or we're going to also be on YouTube, so you can check us out there. And on those times where we are kind of figuring out the content as well and trying different strategies to show you there are other ways to complete this content, we'll be streaming live on Twitch as well on 2 Next Level Podcast over there. So we hope to see you guys there. Thanks so much for joining us for now. See you later. Bye!
Stay classy, Asura.